Hi everyone and welcome to the 3rd of December. Let's see what's behind the door today. Oh, we've got a snow globe and we've got the first nod to the nativity story with a lovely little church nestled in the snow. So grab your paints and let's get started. The best way to draw this snow globe is to start with something round to draw around. You could use a compass or my little roll of washi tape is pretty perfect for me, and then I'm just going to find sort of the middle and do a rough little sort of line coming out to make a base, and then I will just make a little curve. So I thought we could do our first nod to the Christmas story of the Nativity by drawing a little village church in our snow globe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some snow, and we're going to have a few pine trees. So I'll have, what I'm just going to do is just draw some upright lines, vertical lines that we're going to paint our pine tree, thank you very much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sort of just left of the middle, and I'm going to do one more vertical line, which is going to help us draw our church. So I'm going to have a church steeple, which is the sort of tall pointy bit, and I'm going to go across, and I'm just going to bring that up to the top, and then I'm going to just come all the way down on that side, and I'm going to use that line to just make it look like a sort of three-dimensional tower. And then I'm going to just draw a vertical line coming down to about there, and then I'm going to do the rest of the church building. So a little roof coming off the side and some vertical lines like that. And we're going to do some nice church windows, so some little arch windows. We'll do a door, just a nice arch there as well, and then some little windows like that. Now you can leave it nice and simple like that if you want to sort of add in some extra little sort of flourishes. Just sort of adding extra lines really here and there. And we are pretty much ready to paint. So as usual, I'm just going to knock back the pencil a bit with my erasers, either sort of getting rid of what I don't want it fully, or just rolling it and reducing it a little bit with my kneadable eraser. I've got some blue and brown here, and I'm just going to mix the two together to make a kind of grey, very dilute kind of grey in the middle here. And I am going to begin by just painting in a slightly sort of atmospheric, sort of cloudy colour in behind the church. And it can sort of blend over the trees, and then I'm just going to take a slightly stronger, darker bit of that mix, and whilst it's just a little bit wet still, add in just a little extra darkness whilst it's still wet. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of just the blue on its own, and I'm just trying to sort of create a nice sort of atmosphere in behind the snow globe. We're totally going to take our silver in a bit to add some snow, but I want to just build a bit of sort of interesting blue. So it's very dilute colour, just sort of slowly building up a sort of edge around the church, because we're going to do our church with a snowy roof and things. And now I'm going to mix up a pine tree colour. So we have got our green here, but I really want to mute it right down. So I'll take some brown and I will take a little bit of blue and we'll just mix that up until we get something just a little sort of, yeah, a little less full on. The green we've got is a very vibrant green and we don't need it to be quite so vibrant. So as I said, we start with a vertical line and then you see how it's wet there, it's sort of fuzzing out, which is quite cool. And where it doesn't sort of get wet and fuzz out, that's also fine. But I rather like how it does that at the top there. And I'm going to bring it just in behind the church there. I think we'll have this tree come down a bit and this one will be a little bit in front of the church. So I'm just literally scribbling back and forth with the brush, and then this one will be in behind. So scribble, scribble, back and forth with the brush, and I'm going to have this one, it's going to sort of blend into the side of the snow globe like that. I'm really pleased with that. And then you see how I've got this slightly stronger, darker version of the colour here, and I will just take a bit more brown to darken it even further. I'm going to use this as a bit of a low light to just add a little bit extra. I don't need a lot on the brush, I'm just trying to take most of it off there. That's it, that's right. And now I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and a little bit of brown. Brown is very hard working today, and I want to try and get a sort of ochre-y colour, so actually a little bit of red in there will help bring out the richness. As I said, you start to get to know your colours more and more the more you play around with them. And actually I quite like the idea of putting some of this sort of grey in there. I want to get a slightly sort of muted brown. Lovely. Okay, and now I'm just going to paint in the church. Trying to keep my colours nice and light, going around the edge of things, around the edge of the windows. And now we're just going to take a moment to let that dry, and we can come down here, and I'm going to use this nice rich red brown, and I'm going to go up a size of brush. And I'm going to just sweep it round. Now I just want to create a much cooler brown grey to make a bit of a shadowy tone. So I just added some blue in there. And you can see how just by letting it sort of bleed in either side and allowing for unpainted space as well, really helps give that sense of a lovely wooden base. So we'll just let that dry and then we can come back and do the fun stuff. We've let that dry and now it's time to get some metallics involved. We've got to get the silver in there. So I'm just putting it into the blue that I've got here. And I'm getting that ready, but it's not everything we're going to do. First off, I'm going to get a bit of it and I'm going to put it in to this as well, because I want to put some snow on the roofs of my church. And I'm just going to do that by sort of edging it. And then clean my brush off and just blend it in a little bit. And then I can use that also and remember, if you don't have, or if you're not using metallics in this, you can just sort of use it as a guide for the flat colours. So this would be a nice sort of pale grey, for example. And now I can just paint in some nice little details on the church itself, like a little door. And then the windows, I thought might be quite cool, is having a little glow out of the windows. So maybe just a tiny hint of yellow. And then I need just a last little bit of rather concentrated brown blue mix. Let's bring that onto the, bring that on screen a little bit more. Whoops! Just had, I think it's stuck for some reason. There we go. Just don't need a lot on the brush at all. And then whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, just a little bit of the rich brown. Maybe I can just do a few extra little lines, little layers on here. Your lines don't have to go all the way round. And also, if they're wobbly, you can just sort of style them out a little bit, sort of blend them out with a clean wet brush. And last but not least, I thought what would be really cool is to just take, oh here we are, I've done it already, haven't I? Get a nice wash of the silver with the blue. And get my large brush, and what I want to do is do a little sort of general sort of wash around the edge with the silver, but I do need to make sure that is 100% dry. So I always have a little bit of paper towel or even loo roll, and I like to just do that before I do things like that, and then I can just check. So we've still got a little bit of colour that's wet, so we can wait, and then we will wait until it's fully dry and then do a last little wash. I just really wanted that to be fully dry, because now here I come with my large brush and I want to do a sort of sweep of colour over the top. Oh, I like that. You see, it's sort of just captured a little bit of colour And there we go. I love that, and I hope you're pleased with yours as well. Don't forget, we break everything down into steps, so even if pieces feel a little bit intimidating at first, I hope you'll just stick with them and know that you're going to get there at the end and create your very own little piece. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow.